Ever spend an hour carefully sanding a piece of wood or polishing a metal part, only to have your bench vise leave a nasty, permanent scar right at the finish line? It is the kind of frustration that makes you want to walk away from the project entirely. That is where these 6-inch jaw pads from MOLKASIA come into play. They are essentially a simple, low-tech solution to a high-stress problem, and honestly, they are the kind of thing you do not realize you need until you have them. The first thing you notice when you pick these up is the material. It is a specific type of nylon that hits that sweet spot between being firm enough to actually hold a workpiece steady and soft enough that it won't mar your delicate surfaces. You can clamp down on a finished piece of aluminum or a nice piece of hardwood without worrying about those jagged metal teeth biting into the grain. It is a relief, really. The surface has these multi-groove slots built in, which is a clever touch. It gives you a few different ways to orient your work, especially if you are dealing with tubing or threaded rods that usually want to roll around the second you apply pressure. Now, here is the part that actually makes them usable in a real shop environment. They have these strong magnets embedded right into the back. You just slap them onto the steel jaws of your vise, and they stay put. No fiddling with screws, no alignment issues, and no dropping them on your toes every time you open the vise too wide. They just snap into place and wait for the next job. Because they are 6 inches long, they are versatile enough to fit most standard bench vises, though if you have a massive industrial-sized setup, you might find them a bit short. It is not all perfect, though. While the nylon is great for protection, it does have a limit. If you are doing some heavy-duty metal fabrication, where you need to apply massive torque, you might find that the pads have a tiny bit of flex compared to bare steel. They are not meant for crushing force, so keep that in mind if you are doing heavy demolition work. Also, while the magnets are strong, they are not invincible. If you are really aggressive with how you move your workpiece in and out, you might occasionally nudge them out of alignment. Still, for anyone doing woodworking, gunsmithing, or even just basic home repairs, these are a total quality-of-life upgrade. They turn a harsh, unforgiving tool into something that can handle finished parts with care. It is one of those small, inexpensive additions to a workbench that saves you from having to redo your work, and that alone makes them worth keeping in the drawer. If you're tired of seeing vise marks on your projects, this is probably the easiest fix you will find.
Check out the video description for updated price. And thank you for watching this video.